So according to CPA Journal and AICPA report, CPA exam candidates have declined by 37% since 2016. Nearly 75% of CPAs are at or near retirement age in the US. Workforce contraction of 300,000 plus professionals in just 2 years, and firms are aggressively turning to outsourcing and offshore delivery. This is the case of US. Similarly, in the case of UK, the Association of Taxation Technicians projects a shortfall of more than 6,000 accountants by 2050. Similarly, according to Nippon data, November 2025, 70% of firms struggle to recruit and retain professionals, accountants, and a strong shift to Asia West offshore teams. Financial Times Europe reports that it repeatedly warned shrinking pipeline of accounting and finance professionals across Europe, with retirement outpacing new entrants, forcing firms to rethink talent models and increasingly look beyond national borders. Similarly, Australian Financial Review (AFR) report frequent coverage on accounting from staffing shortages and use of offshore accounting teams. So all these highlights are basically to highlight the fact that today there is a significant shortage of accountants globally. There is a significant pipeline shortage even in Asia also, in case of developed economies of Asia. So bottom line is global demand is outpacing the local supply. So what this means to the country like us is basically there is an ample opportunity to fill the gap of whatever shortage that developed countries have right now in the case of professional accountants. So this gap has already been tapped by the countries like India, Philippines, even China is doing very good in accounting outsourcing. Similarly, of late, Bangladesh, even Vietnam are catching up. Even our neighbors like Sri Lanka are also doing very good in accounting outsourcing. So there is a rough estimate of accounting outsourcing and BPO market. So it projects that by 2028, the global BPM market will reach more than USD $500 billion. So to give you a little more perspective into it, the BPO market, especially BPO and IT sector, contributes to more than 8% of GDP of Philippines, so totaling around USD $30 billion plus annually revenue from BPO itself. And India, the raw projection says that it has got more than $350 billion annual revenue from IT BPM itself. So it contributes around 7.5% to 10% of GDP of India. And this sector is creating more than 5 million jobs in India annually. So similarly, in case of Vietnam and Bangladesh, this sector is contributing to over $1 billion revenue volume every year. And they are increasing, their growth is increasing every year. From this, the bottom line is that professional service exports also can contribute significantly to the national GDPs. If you look at the comparisons of different sectors contributing to the GDP of Nepal, we say that tourism is the most important sector for Nepal to grow in the days to come, which contributes around 6.7% of GDP right now in Nepal. But if you look at the volume, it is only 3.06 billion revenue, which is being contributed by tourism sector. Similarly, hydropower, we say Nepal has got huge hydropower potential, and we have got around 90,000 across megawatt of hydropower potential, and out of which 40,000 megawatt is possible to generate, is workable. The hydropower sector right now is contributing to around 1.73% of the GDP of Nepal. And whereas the IT, ICT outsourcing BPM, this sector is already outpacing the hydropower sector, contributing to 1.94% of the GDP of Nepal. And if you look at the projections, what would have been the case if whatever potential that we have is already unleashed in case of Nepal? The data shows that if we are able to invite more than 2 to 3 million tourists in Nepal every year, then the tourism sector will contribute around 12 to 15% of GDP of Nepal, and the revenue would be around 12 to 15 billion dollars. Similarly, if we are able to generate 15,000 megawatt of hydropower right now, then it would contribute around 8 to 10% of GDP of Nepal, amounting to around 8.10 billion dollars production every year. Whereas if if we give little emphasis to this IT, BPM, outsourcing, and this sector, even knowledge process outsourcing sector, the rough estimate, basically rough projection says that it will contribute around 8 to 9% of GDP Nepal, which equivalents to around 7 to 8 billion dollars annually in the days to come. This data shows that Nepal not only has the potential of hydropower, uh, or maybe tourism, but also has got very big potential in this IT and BPM sector. The Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nepal, realizing the importance of this sector, has introduced Global Accounting Initiative in Nepal project recently. So it's been, I think, around 1 month. So our calculations and discussion with the stakeholders who are already there into this market shows that already more than 2,000 professionals are working purely into accounting and finance outsourcing sector right now in Nepal. And it is already contributing to more than $50-60 million of revenue every year to the national economy. And so the GAIN project has got certain things to do by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nepal, our professionals, and by the government side. So we are assuming that if we are able to deliver whatever deliverables that we have projected in that project, and if we are able to convince the government to do the policy reform in order to attract more foreign outsourcing in Nepal, we are assuming that we are projecting that there will be more than 50,000 jobs created within 5 years. This sector will contribute more than $3 to $4 billion of revenue by only accounting and outsourcing alone in 5 years, in the period of 5 years alone.